Hi, star friends. This is Anastasia with an astrology update for you. As we wrap up 2024 and we enter into 2025, what we are going to be experiencing is the going from Jupiter in Taurus, which is a very slow, dense, physical, practical rhythm, into Jupiter in Gemini, which is fast and quick and light and multifaceted. So the transition between now and let's say May of 2025, when Jupiter fully enters into Gemini, is going to be a profound amount of change that's going on, not only in the rhythm of what we're experiencing on a day-to-day basis, but what's just going on in terms of what we are experiencing financially, what we are experiencing technologically. Jupiter in Gemini is all about being a messenger. Jupiter in Gemini is all about communicating, relationship, partnering up, lots and lots of talking, lots and lots of ideas flowing, lots of beautiful, beautiful music, lots of excess mental energy that we're going to need to find ways to kind of burn off and to get rid of altogether. Now, just in terms of how we are starting 2025, it's a pretty dynamic experience where the North Node, which moves, the only energy that moves clockwise, all of the rest of the planets move counterclockwise. So the North Node, which takes 18 years to get all the way around, is meeting up with Neptune, which takes about 15 years per constellation. So the fact that they're meeting up together, and they're meeting up in Pisces, and they're meeting up at the very beginning of 2025 tells us a lot about the Piscean influence that we are going to be looking at. Neptune in Pisces, Neptune rules over a generation. So the Neptune and Pisces generation is here to really integrate with different types of beings, different types of dimensions, different types of realities, different types of consciousness, and simultaneously really begin to open up and redefine what it is to be a human being. So it's a very profound time to be alive. I feel like the next 10 to 15 years on this planet are going to be absolutely extraordinary in terms of what we're discovering about ourselves, what we're discovering about our own capacity for telepathy, meditation, teleportation. Free energy is, to me, the biggest thing, and also reducing this whole concept of master and servant. Master and servant has been the biggest problem in our species for a very long time, because a lot of us want to be the master and the rest of us have to be the servant to the master, and the master has become based all around our financial system. And so as Neptune and Pisces evolves, and as Neptune and Pisces begins to show us that we have unlimited free energy, the dynamic of master and servant will no longer be acceptable, will no longer be applicable to what it is that we're going through. So it's a pretty profound change. We've been going through this for quite some time. And so be patient with yourself. If 2024 wraps up nice and quietly and slowly, that's excellent. 2025 is going to be starting slow, but then hitting spring, it's going to be going at Mach 12, and it's going to be going at a much different rhythm than what we've experienced over the last year. Now we're moving, instead of the North Node going to be in Pisces, for 2025, the North Node will be in Aquarius, which is moving from the place of the psychology into a place of humanitarianism, into very advanced technologies. We should be seeing some pretty amazing futuristic ideas coming into fruition. We should see all kinds of new programs being put into place in terms of how technology is used inside of our communities and inside of our society. So it should be a really interesting time to discover how willing humanity is to put a machine inside of itself, and how willing some of us are to resist that process and instead activate the psychic technologies which are available, which are the most profound gifts that we haven't even been really able to tap into yet as a species. So the more that we can concentrate on the technology of human spirituality, breathing, understanding free energy, understanding how to process mana or life force into the fuel that we need, almost transitioning beyond a species that requires food in order to sustain itself. That's the future of where a lot of our species is going to. And it will take away a lot of the fear. It will take away a lot of the survival, because if you're living in a state of free energy, you're living in a material liquid world that's not quite the dream world, but not quite this physical world, that's where we're headed as a species. That's what's so exciting. That's why so many awakened people are here right now, and that's why there's such a contrast of beliefs and such a contrast of characters. The biggest thing we can do is observe, to have compassion for one another, to be honest, and to be as gentle and self-care oriented as possible. It's been a lovely 2024. Goodbye 2024, and hello 2025. Have a great day.